Good evening, orcs. Let's talk macros, specifically how to calculate your macros and actually also your calories, but how to instinctively and experiment with calculations and how to learn your body better through the ideals of performance, training, energy regulation, etc. Now don't mind me, I'm just preparing my vitamins and minerals for the next week. So, let's talk macros, for example. So it's a common question that I get quite a bit, okay? So people would ask, they don't know if their macros are right, they don't know if they're wrong, they don't know if their protein's too high, too low, and then they get the calculator. They would tell people how much protein and carbs they need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I would say, right, first of all, a very common macronutrient split you'll see is 40-40-20. That's 40% protein, 40% carbohydrates, 20% fat. What I mean by that is 40% of your calories from proteins, 40% from the calories from carbs, 20% of your calories from fats. So, is that good? It's certainly a good place to start. It's going to be very hard. No one knows what their perfect macros is going to be, right? Mainly because that, you know, you're not God. You can't see the blueprint of your genetics and know what's perfect for you, and you have to humanize this kind of stuff. You know, everyone will have different needs when it comes to macronutrients. 3, 4, 5. So, just consider, for example, carbohydrates. If you're someone that's training 6 days a week, really hard training, is very active throughout the day, your carbohydrate intake is going to be higher. But can you take that high carbohydrate intake? Meaning, can you deal with the insulin spikes, that kind of thing? And what is your goal? Is it weight loss, strictly muscle, that kind of thing? Couple that with then the query on protein. So, are you someone that has an issue with, you know, maybe secreting muscle or holding on to muscle and really needs a high protein content to hold muscle tissue in the body? If not, maybe you can get away with lower protein, higher carbs. Are you someone with hormonal issues? And maybe then, with regulation, you need more natural fats in your body to promote better adrenal gland production of hormones like testosterone or estrogen if you're a woman, that kind of thing. So there's many different reasons behind this. So you are your own experiment when it comes to this. So I always say you can get away with low protein content. So a common calculation for protein would be 1 gram per pound of body fat. I don't think everyone needs that, however. You could get away with a lot lower. If you're someone that's really looking to make some serious big progress, especially like off diet and big size and gains, yeah, 2 grams to 2.5 grams per body weight is not abnormal for bodybuilders. But if you're not a bodybuilder, you don't need that. You could certainly get away with 0.8 grams of protein per body fat. For carbohydrates, however, we could bring them up, right? We could make that 45%, even sometimes 50% of your caloric intake. Again, if you're a hard trainer, someone who trains a lot. If not, you're just looking to burn weight and you do a couple of activities a week, we could bring that down to about 20%, 30%. Now, that's when a coach comes in, an online coach, which, by the way, I do online coaching. You can contact me or comment below. But an online coach is going to be the person who is going to take that groundwork away from you, right? He or she is going to review your macros and calories every week, or check in, look at you, how your performance is, getting your feedback, and be able to accurately say, okay, we need to bring the carbs up, we need to bring them down, we need to bring the fats up, that kind of thing. So that's where the micronutrient, and that's where instinctively training and learning your body comes into play. You'll never know your perfect macros. But what I would say is, depending on what your goal is, as long as linear progression is happening in your goal, so if it's to lose weight, if the scale's going down every week, great. Couple that with the fact that as long as your performance is holding somewhat, your energy's quite good, and you're not getting too many mood drops and stuff, we're quite good. If it comes to the case that you're losing weight, but performance is not good, mood's down, really bad lethargic trips, that kind of thing, then you maybe need to review your calories, maybe rejig some macronutrients, maybe up the carbs if you're getting more brain fog, that kind of thing. So that's where macros, you know, the calories are going to be the base level of dictating on what you want as your goal. Gain weight, lose weight, that's the calories, or maintain weight. right? Macronutrients is going to be the supplementing point, the factor of all your body's processes and functions. So that's just a quick overview in terms of like macros and calories and calculating them and consider what the ratio should be. Again, this is going to be a journey, right? It's going to be something that you're going to learn over time. What's better, what's not, what your body responds better to, high carbs, low fat, that kind of thing. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right, really. Everything is humanized, and you can you can perform quite well and achieve your goals on practically anything. There's just some are more efficient and some are more better than others. Anyway, if you liked the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe. If you've got any questions on macronutrient profiles, help with calculations or calories, drop them in the comments and I'll certainly help. Anyway, until the next time, I'll catch you later, orcs.